Yo. Alright, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Wednesday. Smash up the likes if we can get 1,000 likes in the first 30 minutes of streaming. We're going to be giving away 1,000 USDT, baby. Yo. Yeah. Check. How's the audio, y'all? Put a thumbs up if there's good audio. All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Wednesday. It is FOMC day, guys. which means the volatility is about to go absolutely insane. We got 1,000 people in the house. Let's see if we can get 1,000 likes before the first 30 minutes of the stream, so we will be giving away 1,000 USDT. May God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed, as Bitcoin right now is getting a dump, bouncing from the key level support from the setup we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord this morning, guys. Let's see what happens here. All right, we're currently in a little bit of a long trade, guys, and I'm very, very excited for today's price action because I expect extreme, massive volatility. I expect extreme, massive volatility because you guys know our good friend Jerome Powell is about to make a very important decision today. Is he going to raise inflation? Or is he going to cause banks to fail? We got some crazy stuff going on, and just before this stream, I actually sat down for a Zoom call with my man, JP, and I told him, JP, I said, JP, look, I don't care what decision you make. He's like, really, Jason? I'm like, really, JP, I don't care. He's like, Jason, what's with your purple hair? I said, well, you know, I just got my degree in trans non-carbon binary emission gender studies, JP. I'm ready to go. He said, all right, Jason, I'll make sure whatever happens, it's going to be very volatile. So it's going to be an interesting time, guys. This price action is going to be spicier than a bowl of jalapeno peppers. High in fiber, healthy for the heart. All right? It's going to be crazier than a wild woman running through the wilderness in distress with a laundry basket on her head looking like Janet Yellen. I'm very excited for this juicy price action today, guys, because, as we know, the Bitcoin price is in a very precarious situation. All right, what is the precarious situation, you ask? I'm happy you asked. Well, last week, guys, the Bitcoin price did in fact come. And it, basically, we got a pretty bearish weekly candle, guys. We got a bearish weekly candle thus far. We got a red dot on the weekly, and we are printing a bearish candle. And so what does this mean? Well, historically speaking, guys, this means sideways and downward price action. But is there a chance we could see Bitcoin make another high? Is there a chance we could see Bitcoin get a massive dump? Today is probably the day that will initiate a massive move for Bitcoin. I'm talking absolutely insane. All right? It's crazier than this picture, the move that is about to happen on Bitcoin. Okay? So, here's where we find ourselves right now. If we go to the daily time frame, all right? The price of Bitcoin, well, first of all, let's get back to the weekly real quick. Let's get back to the weekly. Now, we know that probably Jerome Powell is going to do nothing as far as the rates go, right? Most likely, JP, our man, he's not going to do a dang thing as far as actual interest rates, right? 99% chance he's going to keep it the same. So really, it's a press conference. Whether or not he says things are bullish or bearish based on how much inflation has gone up, CPI has been coming in hot, PPI been coming in hot. And if he comes in hawkish, guys, and he's making it seem like he's going to have to make a tough decision, maybe to crank the rates back up a little bit or something, or at least he seems like he might have to crank rates back up a little bit, then we might actually see a little bit of a deeper correction on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. But if he comes out a little bit dovish, like a dove flying through the air, we might see, Bitcoin get another pump to the upside. Now, if we go to the daily time frame on Bitcoin, we need to understand that we are simply still right now trading within a sideways range. And to me, this sideways range right here that we were trading in is very similar to the sideways range that we traded back here. You guys remember these times? These times were very similar to the time we're in right now. The reason I say that is because during these times, we were printing also a red dot on weekly market Cipher B. Red dot on weekly market Cipher B. And throughout the entirety of this uptrend, red dots on market Cipher B on the weekly have given us sideways and down price action. In fact, first red dot gives us a 23% correction. Second red dot gives us a 21% correction. Third red dot gives us a 24% correction. Fourth red dot gives us a 21% correction. And so far, guys, we have already seen on Bitcoin about a 17% correction. So what does this mean? If we get another, let's say we do come down for a 20%-ish correction, that's going to be taking us just under $60,000. Just under $60,000. So if he comes out a little bit bearish today, a little bit bearish, a little bit hawkish, all right, all the different animals, the hawks and the bears out there, okay, we might see Bitcoin get a flash crash back down toward the low of this range, all right? And I'm talking around just below 60K, so, you know, 57, 58-ish thousand dollars. We could actually see that be initiated today. Now, I do have to say this. I am looking at the daily time frame right now, and I am seeing that potentially we are forming a bottom locally here, right? We're starting to see the VWAP curve back to the upside. Money flow continuing to get thicker right now. All right, we go to the 6-hour time frame, and what do we see? A big old juicy BitBoy green dot on the 6-hour market Cipher B. So dang juicy BitBoy green dots on market Cipher B. All right, would you look at that? Potentially even money flow finding support at the zero line. So I'm actually looking for, potentially, if he comes out hawkish, I would be looking for another move to the downside followed by a local bottom here on Bitcoin. And then depending on whether or not we see us make a lower high and continue with the correction, or we just continue with the uptrend. All right, so that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Currently, what has Bitcoin done? Bitcoin has come down to a key area of support. So last night, Bitcoin came down to a 4-hour level that we had in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Okay, we got a little bounce. Now, if we take a look at Market Cipher B at what happened at the bounce, the first bounce, all right, the first bounce right here, we got a little move. We came up, we came down, okay, and then we got the bullish divergence. Then we came up, we made a higher high, then we came down into the Fibonacci golden pocket retest where we're currently bouncing from, and it looks like right now we're about to print a trigger wave, a continuation wave right here. So I'm expecting massive amounts of volatility when Jerome Powell not only makes his decision, okay, but also comes out for his press conference, and we are going to be watching it live, guys. All right, as you can see, the Bitcoin price is about to smash right into our next major area of resistance right here, the 618 Fibonacci level. All right, 63,500. That's going to be a very important level here. And guys, I did last night scalp that initial right here. This is my initial scalp from that 4-hour level. All right, this is my massive swing trades that have been open forever here. They got stopped out in profits a little while ago, right? Stopped out in profits after making almost an entire Bitcoin on the trade. This is my stop loss that got hit near the entry, and then last night I took this scalp stop loss hit right here, so locked in a profit, made about 0.025 Bitcoin on the scalp, stopped out, and now I'm already up again another, about another 0.03 Bitcoin on this trade right now, locked in about 0.03 Bitcoin, up right now another 0.07 Bitcoin, about 1/10 of a Bitcoin right now, as we're hitting into our next take profit area right now. If we can reclaim this level, guys, we might see a little bit more up action for the Bitcoin price here. Hang on. Let's go. Bam. All right. All right, look at us pump, baby. Look at the Bitcoin price go, baby. All right. Huge shout out to the Casper Crew, baby. And a huge shout out to the sponsors of this channel. First of all, currently trading on ZOOMEX. All right, also currently trading on an exchange called MEXC. MEXC, best deal on fees. All right, 0% limit order, 0.01% take order fees over here on MEXC. And also, guys, I'm trading on an exchange called BingX. All right, I've been holding my hedged short trade over here on BingX. All right, BingX. If you sign up, you can get up to $6,000 trading bonus. Pretty fancy, if you ask me. All right, huge shout out to the Casper Crew. Bitcoin price absolutely pumping right now, guys. Absolutely. We're coming up to the 786 Fibonacci pre-Powell, baby. Pre-Powell. Here we go, baby. Huge shout out to everybody in the chat right now. All right, huge shout out to everybody in the chat. God bless you all in Jesus' name and Yeshua's name. All right, who we got in the chat? We got Logan Smith. He says, my guy in a treadmill. I'm a nutritionist, personal trainer on the side. Bro, yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you can get the cardio, if you can get the steps in, you know, it keeps the delts looking juicy and slicey, baby. All right. All right, huge shout out to Aaron G, holding it down with the wrench. God bless you, bro. Shout out to Travel Strong. Dean, why are you spread out on so many exchanges? It's only 3, man. It's only 3. All right, let's see. If everyone likes the video in the next 15 minutes, we're going to do a $1,000 giveaway. All right, huge shout out to Anthony in the chat. He says, let's go, I'm long, baby. Huge shout out to Callan J. Jason, I love you. You have made me a lot of money. Well, God bless you. God bless you. It's the Lord who gives us the power to acquire wealth here on this earth. Shout out to Travel Strong again. Shout out to Asad Ali. Shout out to Splashfire Films. All right. I'm gonna take a little bit more profit out of this right now. Let's see here. Yeah, I gotta do it. Alrighty, cool. We're gonna let these trades ride right now. Alright? Here we go, baby. Man, we are pumping. We are absolutely pumping like a wild woman in distress, running through the wilderness with a laundry basket on her head, looking strangely like Janet Yellen. Here's a picture of Bitcoin right now, running through the wilderness. Huge shout out to Splashfire Films. Huge splat out. Huge shout out to Jay-Z. Huge shout out to Jay Gilly. For really, he says, I identify as a wrench. 30-minute looking bullish. Yeah. So look, guys. Look, man, this is nuts. Okay? This is nuts. So, again, just to recap, what has happened here? Bitcoin made a low last night. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Alright, Bitcoin made a low last night. Right down here. We came down to a key level. We took the low with bullish divergences. We made a higher high, then we made a higher low, right into the setup. Giving in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, baby. Alright? And now we are pumping. And let's talk about targets. We have just bust through the local 618 Fibonacci. Okay, we have just bust through the local 618 Fibonacci. So, really, guys, my next major target, if this keeps on pumping, if we see a massive volatile move right now, as Jerome Powell comes out and starts speaking, my next major target is actually going to be the macro Fibonacci Golden Pocket, coming in at around $69,200. All right, this is going to be a very important level. This is the 618 Fibonacci level. As many of us know, the 618, her name is Six Juanita. My high school crush, had a huge, massive crush on this girl. But the problem is, she did not have a crush on me back. All right, she liked me, but she didn't like me like that. I was in something called the friend zone. If any of you fellas ever heard of a friend zone, put a 1 in the chat if you ever heard of a friend zone. All right, it's not very fun to be in the friend zone, guys. So she rejected me. Okay, I had grandiose plans. I thought we were gonna get matching Bencoin tattoos on our neck and our hand. And my parents were like, Jason, aren't you scared you're never gonna get a job with a tattoo on your neck? And I said, don't worry, we're gonna live forever off our crypto gains. When I asked her on a date, she gave me the hand, she gave me the face, she rejected me, and we fell. And it hurt. But let me tell you something, guys. Why did she reject me? It's because she wasn't into nice guys like your boy Jason Casper. No, she was into criminals like this man down here, Sam Bankman-Fried. Now, notice Sam Bankman-Fried's chest, uneven man boobs, all right? AKA bearish divergence. So we really need to watch. Let's watch the 1 hour time frame. If we start to see the price coming up to this area as we pump, and we're seeing the market cipher be getting lower over time like this, all right, giving us the bearish upside down Sam Bankman-Fried crooked man boob pattern, then we will probably see a rejection, and we will probably see Bitcoin make another lower low. All right, let's hang on. This is not, it's not the right place for the man boobs. Let's go ahead and actually do some real technical analysis. Enough of this foolishness. All right, real TA. If we see something like this, guys, we could expect maybe a bit of a move to the downside. However, we need to keep in mind that Sam Bankman-Fried is no longer with us, right? He's in jail. And so there's a chance that Six Juanita might actually say, you know what, Jason? It's either you or I'm alone for the rest of my life. Jason, it's either you or I'm alone for the rest of my life. What chance do I have? She might actually say, you know what? I'm going to go out with you, Jason. She might actually go out with us. All right, isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? I think so. Man, this is nuts. This is crazy price action right now. Look at this pump. Guys, look at this crazy pump. Can you believe this? Huge shout out to the Casper Crew setup given in advance in this morning's New York Open live stream. Wow. Wow. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. All right, I'm in 2 long trades right now. Massive, massive positions right now. We are printing money right now. Huge shout out to the Casper crew, man. This is absolutely on fire. I was not expecting this. All right, Jerome Powell is about to come out and speak, baby. All right, let's go down to our 30-minute. Let's do some local market cipher analysis. All right. Let's take a look, actually, before we look at market cipher, let's take a look at the order flow. Massive decrease of OI, guys. This is a short squeeze, baby. This is a short squeeze, all right? This is a short squeeze. We are seeing massive amounts of shorts getting absolutely wrecked, okay? This move to the upside is happening on a big decrease of open interest, which is telling us right now, this is not longs entering trades. No, it's not longs entering trades. On the contrary, guys, it's mostly shorts getting wrecked. It's mostly shorts getting wrecked. Crazy, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. All right, let's see how much power we got here, because in about half an hour, our man JP is about to come out the gate. Man, we have just taken the highs from this morning. Let's watch this, okay? Let's watch this, because if we lose this, it's not looking good, all right? If we lose this, I'm gonna close some more profits out. All right? I'm gonna close some more profits out if we lose that level, baby. Huge shout out to everybody in the chat. 70K is your take profit. That's a good take profit, Evan Casey. I'll have to say, that's a good take profit. All right, that is a good take profit. All right, that is a good take profit here. Let's see, we don't want to lose this level, guys. Oh, no. All right, we don't want to lose the level. Let's see, it's down to the wire. Let's see if Bitcoin wants to lose or hold this level. If she flips this into support, guys, we're going straight to Pump City. And Jerome Powell hasn't even talking yet, baby. If we flip this into support, we're going straight to Pump City. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on. Yes. 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 That's what I'm talking about, baby. Look at me now, 618. Man, I had a good talk with my man Jerome Powell, a good old Zoom call before I got on the stream. I said, Jerome Powell, we need to have some volatility up in here. All right, he gave me that face. He's like, Jason, I don't know, man. I'll do my best, okay? I'm going to try real hard to read from my papers during the press conference. I might stutter a little bit, okay? Oh, no. All right, so guys, again, Bitcoin coming down to the wire. Coming down. Are we going to hold or lose, guys? Hold or lose. Come on. Huge shout out to everybody in the chat. We got some super chats in here right now. All right, we got some super chat. Huge shout out to my super chats in the house, baby. Huge shout out to my super chats. Let's see who we got in here. Wow, it's legit. He says, come on, guys. Can we get 1,000 likes before the 30 minutes? Guys, we're so close in 6 minutes. If everybody can like the video right now, we can do a $1,000 giveaway. All right, huge shout out to callsign RX. He says, here's my daily offering, a DGen tuition. Shout out to you. God bless you. Shout out to IPP Crypto. He says, thanks so much for the 5-star advice given earlier, lower in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Well, this is not financial advice, y'all. Okay? This is not financial advice. Oh, no. We're losing the level, guys. All right. All right. All right. Just gonna take some more profits out of this because we are taking a massive dump right now. Man. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got. 202. 3. I'm gonna keep this one. I'm gonna roll with this one, guys. I'm gonna roll with this one. All right, I'm gonna roll with this one. Yeah, we're losing the level. I'm gonna keep this 200,000 on the trade here. All right, we got $400,000 on the Bitcoin trade, baby. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's go, baby. All right. Huge shout out to Pluto Bollock. He says, why don't people hit the like button? Warren says, fake out. It does look like a fake out, all right? It is starting to look like a fake out. All right, we need the pump song. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Are we gonna pump? This yellow line right here is very key. Let's see what's happening here. Let's go to our 1 minute. Man, massive decrease of OI, guys. See, this is a short squeeze. There's no real power to this moment. So look, guys. once Jerome Powell gives a decision, we are probably going to see, we might see a massive pump and then a massive dump, okay? And look, as I was saying at the beginning of the stream, we really do need to be aware of price coming back down to this key zone in this box, all right? Awesome, guys. We got 1,000 likes, so we're going to be doing a $1,000 giveaway during this stream, so make sure to stick around till the end. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. In fact, let's see. Let's go to Twitter here. I'm going to go ahead and post a link to this stream. I want you guys to go follow me on Twitter and go respond to the tweet and retweet the tweet. All right, let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Yeah, so look, when Jerome Powell speaks, guys, the two major areas that I am looking at right now are going to be basically anywhere under 60K for a massive liquidity run of the lows, and then between around 70K for a massive liquidity run of the highs. Okay, we're going to get some volatility. We might see Bitcoin pump all the way up here, dump all the way down here within an hour. All right, it's going to be absolutely insane. Something that we've never actually witnessed before. All right, we have never ever in the history of Bitcoin seen things this volatile. Now we're going to do some on-the-fly TA right here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pull our fixed range. All right, so we are losing right now the value area high of this range. Okay, so this could give us a little bit more movement to the downside, guys. I'm going to go ahead and pull another fib from low to high here. All right, I really want to see, at the very least, we want to see this hold here. At the very least, okay? And if not, then we are going to be, well, we're going to be out of luck, I suppose, if I believed in luck. I don't believe in luck, all right? I don't believe in luck. Let's go, baby. Huge shout out to Barry the Rave. He says, hit that like a raging lunatic. Shushan Kumar says, dump to 59K. Yeah, man, 59K for sure. 59K for sure is definitely an area that we need to be aware of. Absolutely. When is the speech? I think the speech is at 2:30. And right now, our good friend JP, the news is going to be released at 2 p.m. So let's go to forexfactory.com. And here we go. Let's, is today the right day? Yeah, it's the 20th of March, and we are going to filter out, who are we going to filter out? All these other countries. No offense, but you know, us Americans, we only know about America. We don't even know other countries exist. We don't even know other countries. And other countries that we do know exist, anything that happens in your country, we're thoroughly convinced that whatever happens in your country has all to do with Trump versus Biden. So we don't even believe in other countries, and if we do believe in other countries and we hear anything from your country, it has to do with Trump versus Biden. Absolutely. 100%. That's just how us Americans are. So I'm going to filter out everything, and here we go. At 2 p.m., the federal funds rate is going to be released. All right? Actual greater than forecast is bad for cryptocurrency, right? But it's forecasted to not change. But what we really want to watch out for is at 2:30 p.m. New York time, the FOMC press conference, where a more hawkish than expected Jerome Powell is going to be, that's going to be good for the dollar, and that's going to be bad for Bitcoin. All right. Now I told him, you know, when we had our Zoom talk, I was like, JP, man, look, I said, JP, I don't care what you do, just make sure it's volatile. He said, don't worry, Jason, I will do my very best. He's ready to take questions. Okay. Huge shout out to everybody in the chat right now, as Bitcoin is holding this level after the bounce. And a massive shout out to the Casper Crew VIP Discord, because man, this is a juicy trade setup, guys. All right, if you're part of the Casper Crew and you took the scalp, put a giant 1 in the chat, baby, because we are making those juicy profits. All right, huge shout out to Melly Mel. I feel a pump and dump correction. And then To the Moon Alice. Huge shout out to the Honeymooners. Huge shout out to Nabajo John Paul. He says, please select me for the giveaway. Well, if you're in here, we will be selecting one of you guys. All right, huge shout out to Brandon N. He says, we need a bounce from this price or we'll start to test lower levels for support. Absolutely, absolutely, Brandon N. And here, look, we cannot be unawares of the fact that we could absolutely get a big move up and then a big move down from here, right? We could absolutely get a big move up and then a big move down. All right, a lot of people in the Casper crew took the juicy scalp. Shout out to y'all. All right, shout out to y'all. Shout out to Beast. I love you, Beast. May God bless you. Huge shout out to Norman. Huge shout out to Blood E Fire 21. What is the leverage? Who cares what the leverage is, man? Who cares what the leverage is? Man, we just had a talk about leverage this morning in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, where we showed how leverage doesn't matter as long as you know how much you're risking and where your stop loss needs to be, all right? As long as your leverage fits your trading plan, it does not matter, all right? How much for the VIP? Cheaper than any other group, and we give more value than any other group because we are the best trading group in the world, baby. All right. All right, huge shout out to Dan Menz in the chat. Huge shout out to Ethoros. May God bless you. Shout out to Top Chart. Shout out to SR Trader 007 in the chat. Shout out to Window Wicker. He says, shout out to y'all. All right. All right, guys. We are half an hour away from the decision. This decision is going to be massive. All right. Jerome Powell has a very tough decision to make between basically two bad outcomes. Hyperinflation or the collapse of the banking system in America. And so probably, as all good leaders do, he is going to do nothing. As 99% is already baked into the cake, that is going to do nothing. So what we need to be looking out for right now is his press conference, all right? Which animal is he going to, what bird, all right? A bird of prey, a hawk, or a more benevolent, white, sweet bird, often used as a symbol for the Holy Spirit, a dove, all right? That's going to determine the price action of Bitcoin. Now, we do need to also be aware right now of other assets. Number one, the dollar, all right? Remember, if he comes out hawkish, the dollar is going to pump. Now, keep this in mind, guys. When we look at the dollar on kind of a larger time scale, this is the daily. Let's go to the weekly. We're going to take a look at the DXY here. All right. We do have a pattern that tends to play out. All right. The pattern that tends to play out is the dollar makes a double top before the big Bitcoin rally. All right. It happened in 2016. It happened in 2020. Is it going to happen again in 2024? Now, keep in mind, all these double tops are right around the time of the Bitcoin halving. Right? Now, guess what we're coming up to right now? This white line right here on my chart is the Bitcoin halving. And so if this pattern continues, we are going to maybe see the dollar get a big push to the upside, make somewhat of a double top, maybe hitting our next major area of resistance up here. Okay, because look at the dollar right now. I mean, she is printing a, you could call this an introverted head and shoulder pattern. Right? Absolutely, you could call it an introverted head and shoulder pattern. Very introverted, introvert, high school kid, had no friends, introverted, couldn't talk to girls, very shy, low self-esteem, kind of fat. All right, neck beard, couldn't grow full beard, only on the neck. But what did he do? He got a job at McDonald's back in 2008, saved up a couple grand, put it all into Apple stock in 2009 and 2010. And now after high school, all the other guys have peaked, right? Sam Bankman-Fried, he's in jail. All right, so he's not competition for your boy Jason Casper anymore. So the girls, you know, they're like, hey man, this guy, he was a loser in high school, but now he invested in Apple stock early. This dude's rich. Maybe we'll be interested in him now. And he's pumping, baby. He's breaking out of his introverted head and shoulder pattern right into the Fibonacci golden pocket. We might see the pump. And if we do, we might see Bitcoin get that sideways and down pullback like potentially we're expecting. And that could give us the ultimate opportunity of the bull market, right? Dollar puts the double top. Dollar's looking like she wants to do that too. Look at this, right? Look at the weekly market Cipher B. All right, the squeeze is real, guys. The money flows back into the blue. The momentum is squeezing together like fresh squeezed orange juice from concentrate. Freshly squeezed from concentrate. All right, so we want to watch to see if he comes out hawkish. This is going to be good for the dollar. Now, the last few minutes has seen the dollar dumping. Why? Because dollar and crypto are inversely correlated. We also want to keep our eyes on risk assets like the S&P 500. All right, S&P 500. How is this going to react? All right, this is the ES mini futures chart. How is this going to react? We want to look at the dollar. We want to look at the S&P 500, the NASDAQ. All right, we want to look at the NASDAQ. All these things have made new all-time highs. How are these things going to react? All right, the overall context right now for Bitcoin is that we are printing a weekly red dot on market Cipher B before the halving, as we are coming up to a very important news event in approximately 24 minutes. All right, very, very important times. Huge shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got a full house in here today, 2,800 people in the house today. All right, we got to dump on the 15-minute chart. All right, we got to dump on the 15-minute chart. What about the SPY? Yeah, same deal. SPY, SPX, they're all going to move together. They're all going to move in unison, guys. They're all going to move in unison. All right, shout out to Robert. He says, I believe it will go dump before pump, hunting every liquidity out there. Yeah, man, I also tend to agree with you that we are going to see this thing take a massive nosedive. All right, if there is a pump, it's a trap. I'm hoping for a pump and dump. All right, huge shout out to Shushan Kumar. He says the Federal Reserve guy said previously they're not going to raise interest rates in March. Do you think they could have lied and they increase now? Well, time will tell, my friend. But here's the thing: 99% of people have already baked into the cake that they are not going to be raising interest rates. All right, hang on. Yeah, we are probably not going to be raising interest rates. 99% baked into the cake, no interest rate raise. All right, so if he does, it's going to be a curveball, man. And if he does, that's going to tank the market, man. That would be absolutely insane. Can you guys imagine if it tanks the market? Let's see. We have a poll in here. All right, let's see what you guys think in the poll. All right, so most of you actually think that the FOMC decision, I call it the FOMC, because it makes you FOMO. Most of y'all think that this is actually going to be a bearish thing. All right, so that's quite interesting. All right, Bitcoin right now on the strug right now with this value area high of the range. And again, look, if we continue up here, we could very easily see a squeeze back up to Monday's high. Now, I also just want to show you something else, guys. It is a Wednesday. Excuse me. It is a Wednesday. And if anybody knows anything about Wednesdays, well, typically we put in our major pivot for the week on a Wednesday. Right now, where do we put in this top? Let's remove all this stuff. Where do we put in the top? It was on a Wednesday, guys. Wednesday, March 13th, 2024, we put in this high right here. Here we are, Wednesday, March 20th, 2024. Are we going to put in a low? And if we do, let's keep in mind that this really is, we can look at this as a nice sideways range, right? So are we going to do something like this? The news comes out, we come up into the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement that we have from the high to our current low, right? We get rejected from 6 Juanita in the friend zone. She rejects us because she's in love with Sam Bankman-Fried and his crooked, uneven man boobs. And then we get a move down all the way to here, grab all the liquidity, stop out every single person who's been long in this entire area. A lot of people bought crypto in this zone, guys. A lot of people are just now getting into Bitcoin right here. They're just now getting into altcoins now because they weren't watching the channel, they weren't subscribed. Make sure to subscribe, click the bell for notifications. But yeah, that would wreck so many people, guys. Now here's the thing. If we're going to get more of a pullback, where are we going to come down to? So first of all, for me, if we lose 60K and then we come back in, for me, that's a buy, baby. That's a long, baby. But if we actually lose 59K and close like a daily candle below, then I expect us to come down to our next major zone. It's going to be the weekly order block that we have right around $52,000. All right, right around here. We have this nice weekly order block right around here, 51, 52K. All right, that's going to be the next zone that we look for the pullback. The reason is because when we look at this weekly chart, what do we see? Very, very smooth move up. When you have a smooth move up, very, very high probability to get a smooth move back down. All right, if we flip the chart upside down, we can see that it was a smooth move down, and it could be an equally as smooth move back up, right? The time when you were in college, you had too many beers playing beer pong, then you went to Taco Bell at 2 a.m. Those chalupas were very smooth going down. You remember that, right? But the next morning, they were even smoother coming back up. You had to try to get them down. You did not have to try to get them up the next morning. And that's exactly what we could expect for this Bitcoin price action. If we start to close some levels below, I'd say $59,000. So these are going to be our key areas to the downside. In fact, the short that I have opened, the hedged short, because remember, I have not taken profits on the short. Why? Because you got to remember, guys, I am in a massive spot position on Bitcoin. So for me, it's just not worth it to take profits on this short trade. This is a hedge trade. I was even expecting to get stopped out of this trade, but I saw a 4-hour bear dip. These blue lines are the places where if we lose each blue line, I will be looking down to the next blue line, all the way down to, I'm going to get thumbs down and lose subscribers, $26,879.30. Wow. Jason, are you crazy? Yes, I am crazy. I'm on a treadmill, I got a Pikachu hat, I got a dirty plunger on my face from this morning. It smells horrible. It smells horrible. But yes, the reason I say these things, guys, is not because I'm bearish on Bitcoin, all right? It's really not. It's because if we lose support, we expect lower, right? That's just how it is. We lose support, we expect lower. So I'm not saying we're coming this low. I'm just saying if we start to lose supports, then, we lose 59, then we lose 52. We lose 52, then we lose 48. We lose 48, then, 43. We lose 43, 36. They're just the levels of support and resistance. I'm not saying we're coming down here. I'm just saying these are the levels to the downside. So these are very important supports. Now these supports here that you see, we should be excited to think about Bitcoin at some of these prices, especially the 52K, 48K zone, because if we do come to some of these zones, man, I tell you, I'm going to be entering some of the juiciest swing long trades of the entire market cycle, baby. All right, we got about 15 minutes until my man, my friend, my good friend, Jerome Powell starts speaking. And yes, we are friends, guys. We often talk on Zoom. We have a relationship. All right, we are back. We are back in action. Bitcoin, getting the strugs, baby. Let's check out ETH. All right, let's check out Ethereum here. Man, look at that, guys. ETH perfectly hit the target of this triangle, perfectly. And now it's getting a little bit of a pullback here. So, yeah, like I said, we could see some of these things pull back. Let's go ahead and, people have been asking me about ETH and Bitcoin. Look, I do think ETH is going to outperform Bitcoin for sure. I do. Look at this. Actually, wow. Hang on. That's nuts. Let me see something here. That's crazy. Did we actually front run the measured move of this? Wow. Yeah, we did. We did. I thought we hit that target perfectly, but no. We actually front ran a little bit here. Interesting. Well, nonetheless, ETH is coming up to a very important area of resistance. That's the 786 Fibonacci pull. Very, very important level at around $4,000. So we could see ETH also get a bit of a pullback here. And the first target really I'd be looking at for ETH is going to be the 618 Fibonacci. Basically coming back down to retest these highs. All right, so we had these highs here right around 2,700. That's our next major support zone now for Ethereum, that $2,700 zone. And if we lose 2,700, then we're coming back down to retest, basically, the triangle breakout here, guys. So those are targets to the downside. And again, I am not bearish on ETH. I am not bearish on Bitcoin. I do get excited the prospect of a pullback because it means if you're bullish on these assets, you should be excited for pullbacks because it allows you to increase your holdings, which means you are making more profits in the long run. And if you're the kind of person that bought here, let it be a lesson to you because we are in the beginning phases of a bull market. All right. And if we are in a bull market, you want to wait until there's blood in the streets because sometimes it feels like there will never be blood when we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks of straight up. But trust me, the price cannot go up forever. Solana, man. Look at Solana. Man, I still have my Solana. And I'm glad I did. Because I made some juicy profits on it. But look, Sol also getting a bit of a pullback. And right now for Sol, what are we looking at? Well, honestly, first area of support for Solana, if we get a pullback here, that I would be looking to buy $120. If we lose that, can you imagine if we got a back test of our key support at like $80? That would be absolutely amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. Yeah. Honestly, these things still look bullish. Money flow on the weekly looking bullish. Let's get back to our Bitcoin chart here. How's she looking? How's Bitcoin looking here? She's struggling, man. She's got the struggle. She has got the struggle, baby. Huge shout out to J-Boy Bullish in the chat, holding it down with the wrench. Huge shout out to Flate. All right. Huge shout out to Raquel Gomez. Huge shout out to Gregor. He says time frame daily equals in the green. We're going to pump. All right. Shout out to Yusuf. He says, let's go 75K, baby. Huge shout out to Scarface Oz. Huge shout out to the FX artist. How do you learn from me? Just stick around the channel, my man. Just stick around the channel. All right. Huge shout out to Preparing for War. Huge shout out to Atik G in the chat. Huge shout out to Aaron G. He says, did you see the Bitfinex wick? That's crazy, right? Bitfinex dropped down to 8K just the other day, man. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Huge shout out to Yermiyahu H. All right. Huge shout out to Brandon N. He says, pamp it, baby. Huge shout out to Doriani. He says, rich boys are going to be richer today. That's how it goes, right? The rich get richer. Money begets money. Money begets money. It's pretty crazy. Huge shout out to our super chats in the house. We got some super chats right now that I have to give a major shout out to. My man, Callsign Arx. He says, yo, Jason, can I get your opinion on a Shite coin? Brett. He says, it's Pepe's cousin on Coinbase. Based. Layer 2 chain. Current like $500 million market cap. Bought on spot. Thanks. I'll check it out. Huge shout out to Remember God's Love for the super sticker. The Bravo. I appreciate you. Yeah, let's check out Brett. All right. I think we might have checked out Brett recently here. All right. Brett. We'll check it out. Brett. Man, we've only been listed here for 3 weeks. It looks. All right, let's check out the daily. Man, I don't have much data. I don't have much info on this, man. I don't have much info on this. Let's take a look at what we can see. All I can see is this, right? We made a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high. We're making a higher low. Is this going to result in a higher high? I don't know, man. I don't see much about it technically to say whether or not this is going to be good or bad. I don't know. I do not know. I just don't have enough data here to make an informed decision. I do not have enough data to make an informed decision, but all I can say is that market Cipher B on these lower time frames does look like we formed a very nice bottom here. And the reason I say that is because we came down to the value area low of the range. We got a low, a lower high, a lower low. We got a higher high, a higher low, and now a higher high. So we have switched into bullish market structure locally here. Okay, bullish market structure locally. So yeah, that's all I can really say about it, my friend. Huge shout out to Jordan for the super chat. He says, check out IOST. All right, we'll check out IOST. IOST. 9 minutes until JP comes out, guys. All right, 9 minutes until our man Jerome Powell comes out the gate swinging. All right. It looks really nice on the weekly. I don't know anything about this coin, guys. So look, this is definitely not financial advice. I'm only analyzing a chart. I don't know anything about the fundamentals of IOST. But I would say this, right? Not including these wicks, we have what looks to be a break of resistance, and we are getting a money flow cross on the weekly. It looks good. I would say the next green dot on the weekly is going to give us a move to the upside. I don't know anything about this coin, okay? The chart looks bullish to me. That's all I can say. The chart looks bullish. That's all I can say. Huge major shout out to Nick. He says, new to the channel, homie. Good content. Can you take a look at render? Yeah, let's take a look at render. Thank you so much for the super chat. And then we're gonna be looking at what happens as Jerome Powell comes out. So man, render, we were looking for a pullback to the golden pocket. We just front ran that, and now we've made a higher high. So look, render obviously very, very bullish. Very bullish for the market cycle. So here's the deal with render. Okay, for me, really, if we get a red dot on the weekly, I would love a pullback to this zone right here. This to me is I would view it as a zone to get in, start to get in. I mean, we're talking, you know, up to a 50% correction, which we could get if Bitcoin starts to dump, right? But retesting these highs right now, this is our support resistance flip. You know, for me, if I wasn't already in render, I'm not. I don't think I am in render. So I would be interested starting here. This to me is a major support resistance flip. Right when things are in an uptrend, we wait until the pullbacks and we buy historic areas of resistance. This was resistance twice. We look for support. All right, 7 minutes, guys, until our man JP comes out. All right. Now, speaking of JP, all right, your boy has to take a pee. So I'll be right back. You guys watch the trade for me. Let's see what happens. All right, we are ready for insane volatility. So hold up, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back in action, baby. We are back. All right, huge shout out to J-Boy Bullish. He says, Yellow Petrie, I do love to pee outside, man. Shout out to Remy. He says, pause for station identification. Up now where we flop quickly, says Brandon N. I know, I couldn't hold it in, man. I couldn't hold in that pee, all right? He never washes his hands. Man, Crypto Rambler, look, what can I say, man? I'm a dirty old non-hand washer, all right? Don't wash my hands. Stay away from me. You might get the vid, man. Shout out to Quasar. He says 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. It was a quick pee. Here's the thing. Yes, I can pee really quick. I got a power hose, all right? You should see how quick I can pee. Shout out to Roba. Where's the pee memes? Shout out to Big Butts 28. Big Butts 28. I love you, Big Butts 28. All right. All right. Shout out to Crypto Coons. He doesn't own any Pepe coin. Shout out to 007F. Just peed outside. Huge shout out to Splashfire Films. Shout out to Bildo. He says real men never wash their hands. Ironically, I love to wash my hands. Ironically, I'm a massive germaphobe, guys. All right. And that is the truth. But yeah, look, when I gotta pee on stream, there ain't no time for that, all right? Ain't no time for that, okay? I have a toilet on the left side of my computer. Yes, that's true. I do. It's called the window. It's called the window, guys. All right. Huge shout out to Mohammed. He says, in the Lord we trust. Amen. Am I fully vaxxed and boosted? Of course, man. Of course. Do you think I'm an evil person? Do you think I'm a morally bad person? Because anyone who's not is obviously morally bad. Haven't you watched TV in the past 3 years? Mostly like, you know, a year ago. Now you could kind of say, shout out to Zaid Wani in the chat. He says, say my name, Zaid. What's going on, my bro? God bless you, man. All right. Huge shout out to Wit Waves. Huge shout out to Cyrus Crypto. Hey. Huge shout out to I Show You. He says, washing your hands is for skinny female dogs. Okay. All right. Bitcoin 53K in 2 weeks. All right. Where's the quick 5-minute rap? Man, we got 3 minutes. I don't even know if I can rap because I don't know if my voice is on beat with the music again. Let's check it out if it is. Yo, 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 yo. Is my voice on beat with the track? Is my voice on beat with the track? Is my voice on beat? Is my voice on beat? Is my voice on beat with the track? Is my voice on beat with the track? Is my voice on beat with the track? Is my voice on beat? Is my voice on beat? Is my voice on beat with the track? Let's listen back. It's not on beat with the track. It's not on beat with the track. So I don't know what the deal is, man. I don't know what the deal is. So that's a bummer. You know, no pump songs, no freestyles until I get this audio issue fixed. Alright, it's just a little bit off. That's the problem. Huge shout out to my man, Rakesh from India. Alright, can someone explain high level? What is this all about? Like I'm a 5-year-old. What do you mean high level? DS, what do you mean high level? Huge shout out to... Yeah, DJ Meat Missile, that's true. You don't need to wash your hands if you're a quadruple. You know what? Huge shout out to CryptoMancer93. Jason, can we check out APU? It's not on centralized exchanges yet, but I think it might pull a Pepe coin. Well, yeah, let's do it real quick before we get the release of the news. All right, the release of the news. Huge shout out to Nick, CryptoMancer, APU. All right, we'll check out APU. Oh, it's not on centralized exchanges yet. Is it listed on Poloniex, even though it's not available? Look, I don't know, man. I'm not that kind of TA guy, all right? I'm really not. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this. I don't know. I don't have enough data. I don't have enough data. If you're bullish on it fundamentally, all I could say is get some. Right? I mean, what do you have to lose? You put a little bit of money that you're okay with losing if you're bullish on it fundamentally. You either lose a little bit of money or you make lots of money. I mean, this thing could pump like crazy, right? So that's the way I approach these kinds of speculative coins. Put a little bit of money. If it goes away, who cares? If it pumps, you're making good money. All right, we got 1 minute, baby. 1 minute. 1 minute until this Bitcoin massive break. Alright, got the iPad, baby. I need multiple monitors for this one. Got the iPhone, the iPad, the computer. It's the moment of truth, baby. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's watch it. Let's watch it, baby. She gonna dump or she gonna pump? It's 2 o'clock, and the answer is FOMC. 5.5, baby. No change. No change. No change. Alright, so now we wait for this press conference. The press conference. Let's see what's happening here. Wow. More short squeeze, baby, on the news. Really, it's really just Shorts getting wrecked here. Shorts wrecked, man. Isn't that crazy? Here we go, baby. Here we go. Bitcoin pumping. Let me get a handle. All I want to see is another blue candle. It's crazy. All right. Here we go. Shout out to the Crypto Report. Shout out to John Worm. All right, in the chat. Huge shout out to my man Jeremy. All right, people are getting longs just in case. Huge shout out to Remember God's Love. Huge shout out to Jeremy. Huge shout out to Pegless. He says, someone said, I knew it was 99% expected to be unchanged. Yeah. Yeah, well, look, man, that's just because it's 99%, then that's how they knew it, bro. That's how they knew, all right? Let's see how this goes, all right? Huge shout out to the Casper crew, guys. Long setup given this morning, hit to the exact level. All right, that's called precision, and they say technical analysis doesn't work, baby. All right, let's see how this goes. I don't know what's going to happen, guys. I'll be honest with you. I'm holding these longs. I have no idea what's going to happen. We need to wait for the press conference right now. So in about 28 minutes, in about 8 minutes, we are going to see what happens with the press conference, all right? Shout out to Aaron G. He said, this is the only crypto YouTube channel you need to watch. I disagree, Aaron G. You give me way too much credit, bro. All right? Huge shout out to Mr. Sid Vicious. He says, let's go, but I appreciate you, Aaron G. Shout out to Raquel Gomez. Are we going to pump or are we going to dump? I don't know. Walk backwards on the treadmill. Look, I'm not trying to get wrecked, but look, we're going to be listening to our man, our good friend JP as he talks. Huge shout out to Divine Hood. He says, we expected neutral. Let's see how the summary of economic projections looks. Exactly. So typically, guys, you know, we're getting a little bit of volatility, the 2 o'clock move, and then the 2:30, once he starts flapping those gums, all right? Once he starts coming out, you know, as soon as we see this face and we hear this voice, all right, then we'll know exactly what's going to happen. Pump and dump. Yeah, maybe we get a pump and dump. Shout out to Yermiyahu H. I love Bitcoin. Shout out to Jerome. He was repping 350 on the bench earlier, and now he got a pump. Now Bitcoin needs to pump, baby. Shout out to Freedom Man. He said, it really is the only channel you need. Man, you guys are too kind, all right? Even that's not true, because I need YouTube channels in my life as well. You know, who do you think I copy all my TA from? Frankie Candles, Tom Crown, Crypto Lifer. You know? Shout out to those guys, by the way. You know what? There's a lot of good crypto YouTube channels out there. All right, there's a lot of good trading channels out there. So, anyway, like I said, about an hour before I started streaming, me and Jerome Powell sat down on a Zoom call. And, look, he told me, don't worry, Jason. I can't tell you what direction the price is going to go, but I can guarantee you it's going to be volatile. He gave me that face. You guys know what I'm talking about? That face? And I gave him this face. You know what face I'm talking about? The face of a man who has just graduated with a degree in trans, non-carbon, binary emission, gender studies. And we had an agreement. All right, we had that agreement that things were going to get spicier than a whole bunch of jalapeno peppers. By the way, if you guys have never had jalapeno peppers, they do sell them at Walmart. Great value brand. I didn't know they looked like this, actually. They're good for the heart. Good source of fiber. So they do help digestion, but it does burn a little bit on the way out. Now, Bitcoin is currently getting a pump. All right, let's check this out, baby. Here we go. Bitcoin pumping. Let me get a handle. All I want to see is another blue candle. I wish I could freestyle. I wish my voice was on beat with the track because I got the hype, man. But, you know, it is what it is. We're going to have to wait until next stream, guys. Powell has to jawbone the market down. Let's see. Solana. Let's check out Solana. What do I think about CryptoFace being openly bullish? I'm just as bullish as CryptoFace is on these higher term time frames, and I think any pullback is very bullish for Bitcoin. All right, I do. I think any pullback is bullish for Bitcoin, baby. All right. Let's see if we can't make another higher high. All right, so this is good, guys. This is actually good. We saw some shorts open, and they immediately got squeezed. All right, we saw some shorts open, and they immediately got squeezed here. Look at this. We finally saw a big increase of OI, relatively speaking. We saw shorts open here, and now they're underwater. So let's go, baby. Let's see if we can't take out this high, all right? We saw some shorts get squizzled. Okay, let's go Bitcoin, baby. Let's go. Here we go. 66812. 66812, guys, is our next major resistance. 66,812. This is our next major resistance. I spelled resistance wrong. This is really the target of the trade. 66,812 is the target of the trade setup we gave this morning. So let's see if we go. Let's see if we make it there. That's from where we're at right now. We're looking for Bitcoin. We're looking for a 5% move when Jerome Powell speaks, man. Can you imagine? 5%, baby. Well, first we have to take out this current high. Maybe I'm getting a little too bullish. All right, am I getting too bullish? Maybe I am. All right, huge shout out to Kamayu. Have you messed around with book maps at all? I have not, man. I'm not a fan of book maps. I like the footprint charts better because book map, you could take it and you could get rid of it, right? Book map, you got sell walls and buy walls. You could take those things down, put them back, take them off. With the footprint chart, it is what it is. Only market orders, and the limit orders, they're inferred by if you see absorption or bullish CBD. All right, SPX is dumping, guys. This is not good. All right, let's check out the dollar. Let's check out the DXY. Ah! Ah! As I said, guys, dollar on the 12-minute chart is getting a dump. Wow. Dollar's dumping right now. Let's check out the S&P. It is starting to take a little bit of a dump here. Let's go to the 3-minute. Oof. Let's go to the 5-second. Ah! All right. All right, we're going to hang in there, guys. We got the 5-second chart on the ES mini futures. We had a few seconds of dump. All right. We have not even changed market structure bearish on the 5-second time frame yet. All right, so no sign of weakness on the 5-second until we take out this low, baby. All right, let's see how it goes. Let's go to the dollar on the 5-second. Man, look at that. The dollar gapping down on the 5-second. A massive gap on the 5-second of about 0.03%. All right, come on, dollar. Dollar's starting to bounce. That's not what we want to see. We don't want to see the dollar bounce. We don't want to see the S&P 500 dump. Come on, Bitcoin. We don't want to see Bitcoin dump. All right, this is the Bitcoin chart, looking eerily similar to the ES chart. All right, we want to see Bitcoin hold this low. Come on, Bitcoin, hold the low, baby. Toe the line and hold the low. Money flow coming out. Oh no, oh no. We're going to get back to our trade. We want to reclaim the level of exactly $64,886.00. Because if we do, and we flip this thing from resistance into support, man, we are going to see a big move up to $67,812. Wait, not $67,812, $66,812. Man, I'm really smoking the hopium here. $66,812. Yeah, right around here. Right around here. Yeah, all right, see, okay. So look, even still, we flipped this yellow line. We're coming up to $66,812. And it's not looking the best, guys. But look, 20 minutes, our man JP is going to come out, and then the market's really going to make her decision here. All right, the market's really going to make her decision. All right. Market's going to make her decision. Shout out to Flop and Groper. He says that's right up to the bearish anchor. I concur. All right, Flop and Groper confluence right here. All right, we're coming up to the next resistance, 66,800. That's his bearish anchor. All right. And look, guys, if you're not subscribed to Flop and Groper, go subscribe to Flop and Groper on YouTube. All right? If you're not subscribed to Flop and Groper, go subscribe to Flop and Groper on YouTube. All right? Trust me, you're not going to be disappointed. All right? You're looking for some unique, valuable content that has to do with trading, psychology, spirituality, being an overall super Chad, sprinting on the treadmill while you're making tens of thousands of dollars. You got to go check out Flop and Groper's YouTube channel. All right? Doing push-ups and sprinting and hiking up a mountain while trading. All right, make sure to go subscribe to Flop and Groper's YouTube channel. All right? A hidden gem of a channel, only 1.6 thousand subscribers. But trust me, all right? You don't want to miss the juiciness, all right? Even if you are not live in these streams, I recommend go back and watch these streams because valuable insights. I myself learned so much watching these streams, all right? Trust me, especially if you're use market Cipher, you do not want to sleep on this channel, guys. All right? All right, back on the 5-second time frame. Bitcoin has not yet changed market structure. Look, 5-second market Cipher B, money flow coming out. Let's go to the 1 minute. Let's go to the 1 hour, guys. Here's the thing. 1 hour. Yeah, we got that nice green trigger wave. It's the 24 minute, guys, that's really getting me kind of bullish here. All right, look at this, right? The 24 minute. Again, remember what happened here. We are potentially making an introverted head and shoulders pattern. We came down to 61,508 last night, which was a key level in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. All right. That was the last trade I took, actually. That was the last trade I took. This was my stop loss from my swing trade, where I made almost a whole Bitcoin. Actually, that's not true. This was a stop loss from that swing trade. This was a stop loss from a swing trade where I made a whole Bitcoin, got hit. This was the scalp trade I took last night from 61,547, right? So that was the scalp trade from the 4 hour level. From that point, when we hit the 4 hour level, we came up. And then we dipped down lower and we got a bullish divergence on market Cipher B. We made a higher high. And of course, I got stopped out of this trade last night. This is the stop loss I got hit. And then this morning, we were looking for this to come back down into the golden pocket after changing the market structure. And that's exactly what happened, right? We came down into the golden pocket to make the right shoulder of this introverted head and shoulders pattern. And so now technically, we're looking for a breakout, baby. All right? We're looking for a breakout. We've already locked in about 0.05 Bitcoin. And we're up about almost 0.2 Bitcoin on the trade, but we're looking to make more. All right? We're greedy because once you lock in a profit, once it's a win, who cares? Then you can get greedy. Once you made money, then you can get greedy. Don't get greedy until you made money. Here we go, Bitcoin. Bitcoin pumping. Let me wear some sandals. I really want to see some more blue candles. All right. I got 2 longs open, baby. 2 longs. One for the business and one for the YouTube. Here we go. All right. We're about to break the level. Come on, Bitcoin. 15, 16 minutes until my man JP comes out the gate swinging. Huge shout out to Remember God's Love who subbed to Flop and Groper. Huge shout out to J-Boy Bullish. He says, learning from Flop and Groper is better than learning from some pencil neck with a whiteboard and bold marker. That's true, man. All right. Bowls are generally bullish. Domes are generally bearish. Says Big Yum. All right. All right, so look, we got a few minutes now. We got a few minutes now until JP comes out flapping the old gums. All right, our man JP. Again, we know for certain there's going to be volatility. I can guarantee that there will be volatility. The way I can guarantee is because I literally just talked to him on Zoom. Okay? We had a clear, thorough discussion. And he was like, I told him, look, Jerome Powell, I need volatility. He's like, really, Jason? Yes, I need volatility. Why is that? Well, because I have a YouTube channel called Jason Casper. He said, oh, I'll check it out. I'll go ahead and give it a sub. Oh, thanks, JP. I appreciate it, bruh. So, yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, no problem. Well, look, I'm gonna have about 3,000 people in the chat. All right, Flop and Groper's gonna come in, make a cameo. We need some volatility. He said, no problem, man. He said, look, I got an important decision to make. He said, once I come out and talk and I answer those questions from those people in the audience, I can promise you, Jason, price is going to be juicier and spicier it's going to be crazier than a wild woman running through the wilderness in distress with a laundry basket on her head looking like Janet Yellen. All right, Bitcoin not really wanting to make a higher high here. All right, let's check out. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. Well. Whew. Is it hot in here, guys? Because I'm getting a little nervous. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, decrease of OI. We squeezed those shorts. You know, we squeezed those shorts. Those shorts have closed. All right. So look, we got a little pump here. Basically, this was a mini short squeeze. All right. Mini short squeeze. We'll wait for the press conference. Okay. Now look at this, guys. Again, remember the month of October. Remember the 5th of March, the 20th of March, which is today. Okay? If the price does pump when he starts talking, all right? And remember our next resistance, 66,812, all right? 66,812. Let's just do a little thought experiment here, guys. 66,812. Oh my goodness. Now remember, the 20th of March. If we get a big pump up here when he starts talking, and market Cipher B is looking like this, and the money flow is coming out like this, what does that remind you of? As we come up to the 618, the 786, it reminds me of the time I got rejected by my girl, 6Juanita, who broke my heart, being in the friend zone. She rejected me right from the level because she was more interested in Sam Bankman-Fried and his strange anatomy. But speaking of strange anatomy, we can actually see right now the anatomy is forming on the chart. We are seeing money flow come out, potentially momentum waves come out here. All right, so just be careful. Now, if we can come above that next resistance, then I say we're coming up to the macro 6Juanita, which is this right here, right? We take from the high back here last Wednesday to our low, and that's going to be right around 6870K. So yeah, we are right now in an interesting situation where there are girls everywhere who are not going to go out on a date with us because we're too nerdy. And even if we go to the gym and try and work on ourselves, guys, now we're too smelly and too sweaty. All right. The only hope we have is the fact that SBF is locked up. All right. So her options now are limited. She might date us. I don't like how this is dumping, guys. All right. Man, oh my goodness. Oh no. Crap, man. This is not what I want to see. All right. The only hope we have, guys, right now is going to be this local 6Juanita here. 63,125. If we don't hold, man, oh man, we're about to get absolutely wrecked and destroyed, chopped and screwed. All right, shout out to Flop and Groper. He's cooking a steak right now, bro. That's awesome, man. You know, I don't have a steak to cook, but I do have some wild-caught sockeye salmon, which in my book is quite tasty. All right, shout out to Remember God's Love, like the stream. Shout out to Jake Turney, Flop and Groper in the house. How the heck do you take these entries? Well, I just draw a picture of what I want to happen, and then boom, it happens, man. It's that simple, you know? It's that simple. You just got to draw, you know? You got to pay for the advanced trading view that allows your drawings to happen in the future. I'm just joking. The way I get the entries is because I plan for them, right? You got to plan for your trades. If you plan for your trades, you're going to have a much better time doing it. And buying low and selling high, that's the way to go. So massive dump, short strap below VWAP into the golden pocket for me is a long trade every single time. Even if I end up getting wrecked from it, I'm still going to take that trade. Easy risk to reward ratio, right? Like nice risk to reward. Totally worth it every single time. All right, No Luck says dump this Bitcoin Shite coin. Shout out to Splashfire Films. I'm going to play the meeting live here. Yeah, I'm going to play the meeting live, man. We don't play. We do play, should I say. All right. Shout out to Yoga Essential. Shout out to Raymond Hickey. He wants Flop and Groper to do a live stream. Shout out to Flop and Groper. Shout out to Gaming Tube. What are my thoughts about meme coin? You mean Book of Meme? I don't know, man. I saw Flop and Groper is going live later, y'all. Make sure to tune in. All right, Jerome Powell's, he's live now. Let's head on over to our good friend, the Federal Reserve website. All right. The good old Federal Reserve, degrading the dollar since 1913. All right, he's not live yet, guys. He's not live yet. He's not live yet, y'all. And when he is, though, don't worry, we're gonna pipe him in here. We're gonna pipe him on in. Man, 7 minutes, guys, until intense volatility that's going to shake you to the core. It's going to shake you to the absolute core. All right. What are my targets for Bitcoin in 7 days? Look, I honestly have no idea. Here's what I think about Bitcoin, okay? Bitcoin right now is in the same situation that we were in back in January. We have a red dot on the weekly, which means sideways and down, right? Sideways and down is what I expect for Bitcoin. What is that exactly going to look like? We cannot know for certain. But the truth of the matter is that every single red dot on the weekly in this entire uptrend has given us a 20% pullback. 20%. Which means I'm expecting us to come down to below 60K at some point. Now, here's the thing. Last red dot printed, and then we got more upside before the 20% correction. And so for me, the kind of trader I am, which is primarily like a day trader, like, I took many shorts here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I took multiple shorts in this range. I took multiple longs in this range. I shorted this. Essentially what I'm trying to say is, on the macro, I expect sideways and down for the next few weeks. But in the moment, there's going to be plenty of trades to take, all right? And so if you're not a day trader, I would say, based on the historical data here, 20% correction is probable. We've already seen a 15% correction here, and the red dot is not confirmed yet. So if you're more of a high time frame trader, I would wait until Sunday to see if this red dot confirms. And if it does confirm, I would expect more downside in the next few weeks. If it doesn't confirm and we get a whoops, then obviously we change our tune. But yeah, right now my macro analysis is sideways and down, just like we've literally seen back in February 2023, April 2023, June 2023, January 2024. There's no reason to think this time will be any different, but I also think that as we come into the halving, potentially we could see a bit more of a pullback, right? Things are very overextended, and the weekly is giving us a CDW of the all-time high, right? We closed a candle below it. And so for me, I'm taking it level to level. I'm expecting a move down to 59K, potentially even today. Potentially even we get a massive dump down today and just wreck every single buddy, right? If we start to close daily candles below 59K, my target is 52K. All right. And I actually would love 52K Bitcoin, because 52K, resistance in August 2021, resistance in December 2021, weekly order block in February 2024. It would be a 30% pullback, which is normal and healthy during a bull market. And that would be a great opportunity for the long. So for me, the big long is going to happen when Market Cipher B gives us another daily green dot, right? And I would absolutely love the daily green dot to be very low. I mean, in the best case scenario, I don't know if we're going to get this, but a best case scenario green dot is going to be another hidden bullish divergence, right? This was the bottom. We got the hidden bull div here. This was the massive swing trade. I mean, this move basically, I made 100K trading on this move, just longing and hodling, long and chill this entire time, man. I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. So yeah, the next time we print, ideally, a hidden bullish divergence here. It doesn't even have to be a hidden divergence. It could be a regular trigger wave, but a hidden bullish divergence would be epic and very bullish. I would enter into a low leverage long swing trade if we did something like this. And so for me, I'm waiting for that to happen, and I want it to happen either around 52K. If we lose that, around 48K. You know, really, ideally, I would see that happen right in this zone. This is like a really good scenario. I'm not saying this is going to happen, guys, but people ask, how do you always get those entries, Jason? It's because I do stuff like this, right? I come to the chart, I say, what do I wish would happen? Like, if I could pick a trade, what would it be? Well, if I could pick a trade, it would be this. And so if this happens, I already know what I'm going to do. I don't have to sit there and be like, No, I already know. I've already thought about it. I've already dreamed about it. I've had dreams. I literally dream about price action. I dream about it. I'm not even joking. So, like, you know, I'm not saying this is going to happen. But if this does happen, guys, that's a really good opportunity. And it's going to be scary as heck. I promise you. It's going to be scary as heck. A lot of people are going to be selling. You know? A lot of people are going to be bearish. Yeah, I mean, look. I was bearish until this. I was literally bearish until this. And you guys saw me. I was short. In a massive short. You know? I left a lot of money on the table here. I made 10K on this trade. I could have made 50. Because I was expecting lower. But then I changed my bias when I saw we got a hidden bullish divergence and we got a fake out of the range low. Then I flipped bullish. And then I ended up making 100K on the longs. So. Alright. Alright, we got some super chats in the house, baby. And we got 1 minute until Jerome Powell comes out to talk. Alright. Let's see. Alright, he's on. CBD, shout out to Doth. Bro, I have some free videos I'm gonna post in the chat, alright? I've got some free videos I'm gonna post in the chat. Go to my YouTube channel. Go to Jason Casper. Search this Jason Casper. Big money. Alright, follow the big money. How to trade CBD divergences. Alright, go ahead and search Jason Casper Big Money and watch this video right here. Alright. Or even Jason Casper CVD. Alright, it will be way more helpful to you than me trying to answer in this short little time we have here. Jason Casper CVD. Here we go. I got 3 videos on it for free, bro. 3 videos on it. Alright. So over a half hour, almost a whole hour of free content, all right? Go feast your eyes upon it, my friend. All right, let's see. Here we go. Let's lower the music. All right, we're waiting for our man JP. I don't want it completely quiet in here, but we do want to hear JP. All right, we're waiting. Come on, JP. Let's go, man. Here he is. It's him.
Good afternoon. My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on our dual mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. The economy has made considerable progress toward our dual mandate objectives. Inflation has eased substantially, while the labor market has remained strong, and that is very good news. But inflation is still too high, ongoing progress in bringing it down is not assured, and the path forward is uncertain. We are fully committed to returning inflation to our 2% goal.
2%?
Restoring price stability is essential to achieve a sustainably strong labor market that benefits all. Today, the FOMC decided to leave our policy interest rate unchanged and to continue to reduce our securities holdings. Our restrictive stance of monetary policy has been putting downward pressure on economic activity and inflation. As labor market tightness has eased and progress on inflation has continued, the risks to achieving our employment and inflation goals are moving into better balance. I will have more to say about monetary policy after briefly reviewing economic developments. Recent indicators suggest that economic activity has been expanding at a solid pace. GDP growth in the fourth quarter of last year came in at 3.2%. For 2023 as a whole, GDP expanded 3.1%, bolstered by strong consumer demand as well as improving supply conditions. Activity in the housing sector was subdued over the past year, largely reflecting high mortgage rates. High interest rates also appear to have weighed on business fixed investment. In our summary of economic projections, committee participants generally expect GDP growth to slow from last year's pace, with a median projection of 2.1% this year and 2% over the next 2 years. Participants generally revised up their growth projections since December, reflecting the strength of incoming data, including data on labor supply. The labor market remains relatively tight, but supply and demand conditions continue to come into better balance. Over the past 3 months, payroll job gains averaged 265,000 jobs per month. The unemployment rate has edged up but remains low at 3.9%. Strong job creation has been accompanied by an increase in the supply of workers, reflecting increases in participation among individuals aged 25 to 54 years, and a continued strong pace of immigration. Nominal wage growth has been easing and job vacancies have declined. Although the jobs to workers gap has narrowed, labor demand still exceeds the supply of available workers. FOMC participants expect the rebalancing in the labor market to continue, easing upward pressure on inflation. The median unemployment rate projection in the SEP is 4.0% at the end of this year and 4.1% at the end of next year. Inflation has eased notably over the past year, but remains above our longer-run goal of 2%.
Guys, I'm not talking,
so
there's
price index and other
no
data
reason.
indicate that total PCE prices rose 2.5% over the 12 months ending in February, and that excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices rose 2.8%. Longer-term inflation expectations appear to remain well anchored, as reflected in a broad range of surveys of households, businesses, and forecasters, as well as from measures from financial markets. The median projection in the SEP for total PCE inflation falls to 2.4% this year, 2.2% next year, and 2% in 2026. The Fed's monetary policy actions are guided by our mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. My colleagues and I are acutely aware that high inflation imposes significant hardship as it erodes purchasing power, especially for those least able to meet the higher costs of essentials like food, housing, and transportation. We are strongly committed to returning inflation to our 2% objective. The committee decided at today's meeting to maintain the target range for the federal funds rate at 5.25% to 5.5%, and to continue the process of significantly reducing our securities holdings. As labor market tightness has eased and progress on inflation has continued, the risks to achieving our employment and inflation goals are coming into better balance. We believe that our policy rate is likely at its peak for this tightening cycle, and that, if the economy evolves broadly as expected, it will likely be appropriate to begin dialing back policy restraint at some point this year. The economic outlook is uncertain, however, and we remain highly attentive to inflation risks. We are prepared to maintain the current target range for the federal funds rate for longer, if appropriate. We know that reducing policy restraint too soon or too much could result in a reversal of the progress we have seen on inflation and ultimately require even tighter policy to get inflation back to 2%. At the same time, reducing policy restraint too late
I'll be the
or
sign
too low
language guy.
could unduly weaken economic activity and employment. In considering any adjustments to the target range for the federal funds rate, the committee will carefully assess incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks. The committee does not expect it will be appropriate to reduce the target range until it has gained greater confidence that inflation is moving sustainably down toward 2%. Of course, we're committed to both sides of our dual mandate, and an unexpected weakening in the labor market could also warrant a policy response. We will continue to make our decisions meeting by meeting. In our SEP, FOMC participants wrote down their individual assessments of an appropriate path for the federal funds rate based on what each participant judges to be the most likely scenario going forward. If the economy evolves as projected, the median participant projects that the appropriate level of the federal funds rate will be 4.6% at the end of this year, 3.9% at the end of 2025, and 3.1% at the end of 2026, still above the median longer-term funds rate. These projections are not a committee decision or plan. If the economy does not evolve as projected, the path for policy will adjust as appropriate to foster our maximum employment and price stability goals. Turning to our balance sheet, our securities holdings have declined by nearly $1.5 trillion since the committee began reducing our portfolio. At this meeting, we discussed issues related to slowing the pace of decline in our securities holdings. While we did not make any decisions today on this, the general sense of the committee is that it will be appropriate to slow the pace of runoff fairly soon, consistent with the plans we previously issued. The decision to slow the pace of runoff does not mean that our balance sheet will ultimately shrink by less than it would otherwise, but rather allows us to approach that ultimate level more gradually. In particular, slowing the pace of runoff will help ensure a smooth transition, reducing the possibility that money markets experience stress and thereby facilitating the ongoing decline in our securities holdings consistent with reaching the appropriate level of ample reserves. We remain committed to bringing inflation back down to our 2% goal and to keeping our longer-term inflation expectations well
2% goal? Come on.
Restoring price stability is essential to set the stage for achieving maximum employment and price stability over the long term. To conclude, we understand that our actions affect communities, families, and businesses across the country. Everything we do is in service to our public mission. We at the Fed will do everything we can to achieve our maximum employment and price stability goals. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, JP, my man. Don't forget our conversation, JP.
Steve Leisman, CNBC. Mr. Chairman, the projections show somewhat higher core inflation. They also show somewhat stronger growth. What should we infer from this notion that on average rates were kept the same this year, but inflation is higher and growth is higher? Does it mean more tolerance for higher inflation and less of a willingness to slow the economy to achieve that target?
Well, it doesn't. No, it doesn't mean that. What it means is that we've seen incoming, as I pointed out in my opening remarks, we did mark up our growth forecast, and so have many other forecasters. So the economy is performing well. And the inflation data came in a little bit higher as a separate matter, and I think that caused people to write up their inflation But nonetheless, we continue to make good progress on bringing inflation down. And so.
When you, just to follow up, when you say that you're willing to either maintain the rate for longer, what is the tolerance of the Federal Reserve for inflation coming in above its 2% target?
So we're strongly committed to bringing inflation down to 2% over time. That is our goal, and we will achieve that goal. Markets believe we will achieve that goal, and they should believe that, because that's what will happen over time. But we stress over time, and so I think we're making projections that do show that happening, and we're committed to that outcome, and we will bring it about.
Rachel.
Hi, Chair Powell, Rachel Siegel from the Washington Post. Thanks for taking our questions. You and others have been saying that relief on housing inflation is coming, but it still hasn't shown up meaningfully in the CPI or the PCE. Does that challenge your assumption about when the shift will finally break through, since it hasn't at that point?
So I think there's some confidence that the market rents, lower market rent increases that we're seeing will show up in measures of housing services inflation over time. There's a little bit of uncertainty about when that will happen, but there's real confidence that they will show up eventually over time. But again, uncertainty about the exact timing of that.
And will you be able to get overall inflation down to target if housing doesn't break through quickly, and does that affect the timing for eventual cuts this year?
We will get aggregate inflation down to 2% over time. We will. And I would assume that what we'll continue to see is we'll see
Dude,
good
it's delusional,
prices
man.
coming
Straight
into
delusional.
a new equilibrium where they're going down perhaps not as quickly as they had been earlier this year, where housing services inflation will come back down as current market rents are suggesting will happen, and where non-housing services will move back down. Some combination of those three things, and it may be different from the combination we had before the pandemic, will be achieved and will bring inflation back down to 2% sustainably.
Nick Timmeros of the Wall Street Journal. Chair Powell, during your congressional testimony this month, you said that your test for making the first change to interest rates does not require you to be terribly comfortable that inflation is at 2% because interest rates are well above neutral. At the same time, you said here after the last meeting that the first cut is highly consequential. Can you reconcile these views for me? If rates are well above neutral, why would the first cut be highly consequential? Is that because you anticipate one cut would be followed by one or two more along the lines of the recalibration you made in 2019, which itself was modeled on the mid-cycle adjustment of 1995?
It's more, I would put it more in the context of what I said in my opening remarks, that the risks are really two-sided here. We're in a situation where, you know, if we ease too much or too soon, we could see inflation come back, and if we ease too late, we could do unnecessary harm to employment and you know, people's working lives. And so, you know, we do see the risks as two-sided. So it is consequential. We want to be careful. And fortunately, with the economy growing, with the labor market strong, and with inflation coming down, we can approach that question carefully and let the data speak on that. That's really what I was thinking.
How much of that inflation that we've seen so far this year do you chalk up to one-off calendar adjustment effects following a period of high inflation versus some change in the trend we saw in the second half of last year?
I want to start by saying I always try to be careful about dismissing data that we don't like. So you need to check yourself on that, and I'll do that. But I would say the January number, which was very high, the January CPI and PCE numbers were quite high. There's reason to think that there could be seasonal effects there. But nonetheless, we don't want to be completely dismissive of it. The February number was higher than expectations, but we have it at currently well below 30 basis points core PCE, which is not terribly high. So it's not like the January number. But I take the two of them together, and I think they haven't really changed the overall story, which is that of inflation moving down gradually on a sometimes bumpy road toward 2%. I don't think that story has changed. I also don't think that those readings added to anyone's confidence that we're moving closer to that point. But you know, we didn't. Last thing I'll say is we didn't excessively celebrate the good inflation readings we got in the last 7 months of last year. We didn't take too much signal out of that. What you heard us saying was that we needed to see more that we could, we wanted to be careful about that decision, and we're not going to overreact as well to these 2 months of data, nor are we going to ignore them.
Hi, yes, Chair Powell. Could you speak a little bit more about the timing? Is there enough data between now and, say, May to be able to get the kind of confidence that you say that you still need? Or by June, is there enough data for you? Just give us a sense of your thinking there. Thank you.
Yeah, so we make decisions meeting by meeting, and we didn't make any decisions about future meetings today. Those are going to depend on our ongoing assessment of the incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risk. So I really don't have anything for you on any specific meeting looking forward.
But, just a question of, is there even enough data for you to be able to?
We'll take, things can happen during an intermeeting period if you look back. Unexpected things, so I wouldn't want to dismiss anything. So I just would say that the committee wants to see more data that gives us higher confidence that inflation is moving down sustainably toward 2%. I also mentioned, and we don't see this in the data right now, but if there were a significant weakening in the data, particularly in the labor market, that could also be a reason for us to begin the process of reducing rates. Again, there's nothing in the data pointing at that, but those are the things that we'll be looking at coming meetings, and without trying to refer to any specific meeting.
Chris.
Hi, Chris Regaber, Associated Press. Thank you. In the projections, there is an increase in the neutral rate, as you know, and higher rates, a quarter point higher rates projected in 2025, 2026. Can you speak about why might be behind that? Is there a real sense here that the economy has perhaps changed in some way, that higher rates will be needed in the future? Thank you.
So you're right, they're pretty modest changes, but you're right, there was an uptick in the longer run rate, and also there's a 25 basis point increase in 25 and 26. In terms of are rates going to be higher in the longer run, if that's really your question, I don't think we know that. I think we think that rates were generally low during the pre-pandemic, post-global financial crisis era for reasons that are mostly, important, slow-moving, large things like demographics and productivity and that sort of thing, things that don't move quickly. But I don't think we know. My instinct would be that rates will not go back down to the very low levels that we saw, where all around the world there were long-run rates that were at or below zero in some cases. I don't see rates going back down to that level, but I think there's tremendous uncertainty around that.
Great. And just a quick follow on the projections, you also have 2.6% core inflation for the end of this year. It's already at, or you mentioned it being 2.8 in February. That doesn't sound like much disinflation at all. So are you
Gold is pumping
are you still
right now.
confident, or the last press conference you sounded pretty optimistic you would get more confidence through the end of this year. Is it
Gold
right
is
to
up
say that this
1%
suggests you're not
on the
seeing a
hour.
lot of disinflation this year compared to what we've seen 2023 and so forth?
I think that higher year-end
Man, Papa one in the chat if you're bullish on gold, man. I've been bullish on gold for a long time. I don't trade gold, but I stack. Precious metals, that's the way to go, baby.
Get the confidence you need this year.
I think if you look at the S&P, what it
S&P
says is
500
that,
pumping, baby.
it is still likely
Dollar dumping, baby.
in most people's view that we will achieve that confidence and that there will be rate cuts. But that's really going to depend on the incoming data. It is. The other thing is, in the second half of the year, you have some pretty low readings, so it might be harder to make progress as you move that 12-month window forward. Nonetheless, we're looking for data that confirm the kind of low readings that we had last year and give us a higher degree of confidence that what we saw was really inflation moving sustainably down to 2%, toward 2%.
Nice. We got some bullish CBD building here, guys.
Gina Smilik, The New York Times. Thank you for taking our questions. Per your comment to Ann that a weakening in the labor market would be a reason to potentially cut rates, or at least a consideration in making a rate cut, would continued strength in the labor market be a reason to hold off on rate cuts? And just in general, if labor supply continued to rebound in 2024 the way it did in 2023, what would stronger hiring and possibly stronger growth mean for the path forward on policy?
Yeah, so if what we're getting is a lot of supply and a lot of demand, and that supply is actually feeding demand because workers are getting paid and they're spending, and that's, what you would have is potentially kind of what you had last year, which is a bigger economy where inflationary pressures are not increasing. In fact, they were decreasing. So you can have that if you have the continued supply side activity that we had last year with both with supply chains and also
Here we go, baby.
with
let's go.
the size of the labor force.
But so strong hiring in and of itself would not be a reason to hold off on rate cuts?
Dollar dumping, baby.
No, not all by itself, no.
Gold.
I mean, we saw, you saw
NASDAQ.
Last year, very strong hiring,
S&P
and
500,
inflation
baby.
coming down quickly. We now have a better sense that a big part of that was...
So I'll tell you what I think about what he said, right? I think he came out more dovish than hawkish. He said, look, it's not so bad. We're still confident that we're not going to have to raise rates. We're still going to reach our 2% goal. So all that being said, I feel like that's a pretty good bullish kind of response, right? Man, look at the S&P pumping right now. Look at gold. Gold, wow, man. Man, this is crazy. People are so bearish on the dollar right now because he's not raising rates. He thinks inflation's going to come down, but inflation's going up. I wonder if gold's going to hit a new high here. Man, look at gold go.
Surveys, the hiring rate, things like that are really demand. There are also supply side things happening, but I think those are demand side things happening. We saw, that's been a question for a while. We did see progress on inflation last year.
Here we go, baby.
Significant progress, despite, financial conditions sometimes being tighter, sometimes looser.
Michael McGee with Bloomberg Radio and Television. Can you give us more color on how the committee is thinking about inflation dynamics now? What we've seen at the beginning of the year, are they more one-off increases that will fade, or is there more of a secular turn with goods prices rising again and service prices staying sticky? And also, housing prices have been sort of the Godot of this cycle, in that you keep expecting them to go down and they don't. How does the committee see this playing out forward since you've raised your inflation forecast?
So I see the committees looking at the 2 months of data and asking the same question you're asking and saying we're just going to have to see what the data show. As I mentioned, you can look at January, which is very high reading, and I think many people did see the possibility of seasonal adjustment problems there. But again, you got to be careful about dismissing the parts of the data that you don't like. So then February wasn't as high, but it was higher. So the question is, what are we going to see? We tend to see a little bit stronger, this is in the data, a little bit stronger inflation in the first half of the year, a little bit less strong later in the year. We're going to let the data show. I don't think we really know whether this is a bump on the road or something more. We'll have to find out. In the meantime, the economy is strong, the labor market is strong, inflation has come way down, and that gives us...
Let's go, JP, man. He is dovish. Dovish, baby.
Feel more confident that inflation is moving down sustainably at 2% when we take that step to begin dialing back our restrictive policy.
Well, you've talked about the desire to have confidence that inflation is continually moving down. Has the recent numbers we've gotten for inflation data dented that confidence at all?
It certainly hasn't improved our confidence. It hasn't raised anyone's confidence, but I would say that the story is really essentially the same, and that is of inflation coming down gradually toward 2% on a sometimes bumpy path, as I mentioned. I think that's what you still see. We've got 9 months of 2.5% inflation now, and we've had 2 months of kind of bumpy inflation. We were saying that it's going to be a bumpy ride. We consistently said that. Now here are some bumps, and the question is, are they more than bumps? And we can't know that. That's why we are approaching this question carefully. It is very important for everyone that we serve that we do get inflation sustainably down. And I think the historical record, every situation is different, but the historical record is that you need to approach that question carefully and try to get it right the first time and not have to come back and raise rates again, perhaps, if you cut inappropriately, prematurely.
Go to Edward.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Edward Lawrence with Fox Business. I wanted to ask you, you received a letter from, the Federal Reserve is an independent body, understanding Congress has oversight over that. You received a letter from Senators Elizabeth Warren and Sheldon Whitehouse that said, calling on you to lower interest rates, to cut interest rates, because it says, quote, the potential that it may remain too high for too long has halted advances in deploying renewable energy technologies and delayed significant climate and economic benefits from these projects. So has higher interest rates caused that?
Have they? Well, first of all, I respect in our system of government, it is Congress that has oversight responsibility over the Fed. We place a tremendous amount of importance on our engagements with Congress and always treat them with great respect. In this case, I would say those are, our mandate is for maximum employment and price stability and the other things that we do. And that's what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to do that in a way that sustains the strong growth we're seeing, the strong labor market we're seeing, but allows us to make further progress with inflation. That's how we can best serve the public and leave the other issues, which in many cases are incredibly important, such as those you mentioned, leave those to the people who have responsibility for those.
There was another letter from 2,000 lawmakers saying that the higher rates are squeezing the working people. How do these letters affect what you guys are doing policy-wise?
We receive these letters with respect, and we write careful responses and address concerns. We listen, again, because we're talking to the people who in our system of government have oversight over our activity. So but at the end of the day, we take that on board, but we have to make our judgments and we have to stick to our knitting, which is maximum employment, price stability, supervise and regulate the banks, work on the payment system, the things that we do.
Claire.
Thank you. Claire Jones, Financial Times. Thanks a lot for the opportunity to ask a question. As chair of the FOMC, would you want to see unanimity on the committee or something close to it, meaning no more than one dissent before you begin cutting rates? Thank you.
We're a very consensus-oriented organization, and we do try to achieve consensus and ideally unanimity. People do dissent. It's something that happens. Life goes on, and it's not a problem. We've always had dissents.
Guys, Solana breaking out right now. Inverted head and shoulders.
You respect thoughtful dissents very
Bullish
much.
divs.
It's like you may not agree with some arguments, but you really want to understand them. So you may read a book that takes a position that you have long opposed just to understand that book. So I treat dissents with real respect as well.
Simon will be available.
Simon Rabinovich with The Economist. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Obviously, inflation is some ways away from target. Unemployment, though, if you look at the projection for the full year, 4.0%. In February, we were already at 3.9%, so quite close to the median projection. Are you concerned at all that, notwithstanding the very strong jobs growth, that in fact there may be some cracks appearing in the employment market? You talked about a significant deterioration in the labor market being a condition for easing rates. What would constitute that in your books? Thank you.
So we, of course, monitor it's one of our two goal variables. We all monitor the labor market very, very carefully, and I don't see those cracks today. And we follow all the possible stories that are out there about there being cracks. But the overall picture really is strong labor market. The extreme imbalances that we saw in the early parts of the pandemic recovery have mostly been resolved. You're seeing high job growth. You're seeing big increases in supply. You're seeing strong wage growth, but wage growth is gradually moderating down to more sustainable levels. In many, many respects, things are returning more to their state in 2019, which we can think of as normal for this purpose. That's job openings and quits, and surveys of workers and businesses are always interesting on this. You know, how easy is it to find a job? How easy it is to find a worker? Those surveys have both come down. So the labor market's in good shape. You do see things like the low hiring rate, and people have made the argument that if layoffs were to increase, that would mean that the net would be fairly quick increases in unemployment. So that's something we're watching, but we're not seeing it. Of course.
All right, guys, lots of longs coming in. People are
very,
FOMO
very
longing
low,
the top,
and if
which
anything, have tracked
is really
down a
not
little bit.
good,
So
actually, for
watching
our
it carefully,
longs.
don't see it. And when I say
because if there's a
I
bigger
use the
player
term
up here who's looking for a
unexpected
short,
weakening in the labor market.
Here,
So,
let me shut off JP and talk about something that matters. Right now, we've got a lot of longs coming in here, which could be a good thing. But if there's a big player up here who wants to start absorbing longs and building a big short order, this is the prime environment for him to do so, because there are so many longs coming in right now, guys. There are so many longs coming in. Just in this 1 minute candle right here, a purple candle, longs coming in. It looks like somebody's trying to absorb them. Now, if the longs are going to be more than whoever's potentially looking for a short here, we pump. But if we start to break market structure here and we start to make lower highs and we keep seeing this, very bearish. I'm going to be closing a big portion of the long trade if I start to see that here. But look at this. We got massive amounts of longs popping in right now. We saw really bullish absorption happening down here. We saw shorts getting absorbed. Now we're seeing longs come in. So that's a lot of longs coming in. People think this is a bull flag. I don't know. I'll put Jerome Powell back on here, all right?
Specific than that, but you get the idea.
Well, we lose that low. I'm gonna take profit early.
And this is in our longer run plans, that we may actually be able to get to a lower level because we would avoid the kind of frictions that can happen. Liquidity is not evenly distributed in the system, and there can be times when, in the aggregate, reserves are ample or even abundant.
See how this 1 minute candle closes
not
here?
in every part, and those parts where they're not ample, there can be stress. And that can cause you to prematurely stop the process to avoid the stress, and then it would be very hard to restart, we think. So if something like that happened in 19, perhaps. So that's what we're doing. We're looking at what would be a good time and what would be a good structure. And, fairly soon is words that we use to mean fairly soon.
And will there be a discussion about returning to an all treasuries?
All right, that's good. That's what we want to see. We want to see this level defended here.
Our longer run
1 minute candle, we don't want to see it close below the blue line.
Is to return to a balance sheet that is mostly treasuries. I do expect that once we're through this, we'll come back to the other issues about the composition and the maturity and revisit those issues. But it's not urgent right now. We want to get this decision made first, and then we can, when the time is right, come back to the other issues.
Victoria.
Hi, Victoria Guido with Politico. Also on the balance sheet, can you talk a little bit about how the outlook for the banking sector might impact your balance sheet plans? Do you worry that as deposits start to shrink that we could see more turbulence?
We'll be watching carefully, but one of the reasons we're slowing down, we will soon enough, fairly soon, I should say, slow down, is that we want to avoid any kind of of turbulence. I wasn't thinking particularly about banking sector turbulence, but we had some indicators the last time. This is our second time in doing this, and I think we're going to be paying a lot of attention to the things that started to happen and that foreshadowed what eventually happened at the end of that tightening cycle, where we wound up in a short reserves situation, and we don't want to do that again. And I think now we have a better sense of what are the indicators. It wasn't so much in the banking system as it was around, for example, where federal funds is trading relative to the administered rates, and where secured rates are relative to the administered rates, those sorts of things. We will always be watching the banking system for similar signs, though.
Well, is it also because you're not sure exactly how the reserve supply will react once the overnight reverse repo facility, drops nearer at zero?
Well, I think we broadly think that once the overnight repo stabilizes either at zero or close to zero, that as the balance sheet shrinks, we should expect that reserves will decline pretty close to dollar for dollar with that. That's what we think.
Go to Jean.
Hi, Chair Powell. Jean Young with M&I Market News. I wanted to ask also about the balance sheet. You said that starting the taper sooner could get you to a smaller balance sheet size. Does that mean you don't have to make a decision on when to end QT at this point? And will you be setting up the process for deciding that sooner, or will you wait until we're close to the end?
So, the sort of
guys, if we can get
that by going
2,000
slower,
likes,
you can get farther. But that's
in the next 10 minutes, if everyone likes the stream right now, I'll give away $2,000.
With a smoother transition.
All right. I just made $16K today. I'm going to give away $2,000.
Kind of liquidity problems, which can grow into shocks and which can cause you to stop the process prematurely. So that's where, in terms of how it ends.
Huge shout out to Aaron G.
We're going to be monitoring carefully.
All right, we're not closing.
Money market conditions and asking ourselves what they're telling us.
We've been streaming for 2 hours and 7 minutes. We can get 2,000 likes.
Right now, we would characterize
400 more people like the video. 300 people like the video. We'll give away $2,000. All right.
And
do two $1,000 giveaways.
Right. So. There isn't there's not a dollar amount
Here we go,
or
baby.
percent of GDP or anything like that where we think we have a really pretty clear understanding of that. We're going to be looking at what these, what's happening in money markets, in particular, a bunch of different indicators, including the ones I mentioned, to tell us when we're getting close. Then, though, you reach a point ultimately where you stop allowing the balance sheet to run off.
Money flow looking good on market Cipher.
From that point, there's another
1 minute money
period
flow
in
looks
which
good.
non-reserves
Hang on, let me shut this guy off. All right, so here we go. Above me is market Cipher. On the 12-minute, money flow looks good. 24-minute, money flow looks good. Yeah, I'd say we could get our move up to 66.8. Let's go, baby. Come on. We saw those people FOMO along the top. Maybe we're going to hit our take profit. Let's see if we can't. All right, looks like this is breaking out, so that's a good sign. Look, this is why we do checks and balances, if-then scenarios, right? If the price closes the 1 minute candle below my green line, then I take profit early. We don't do that. I hold on, and I'm shooting for my next TP, right? So let's see. Let's see. Uh-oh, CDW. All right, we got to reclaim this level. We're stuck between a rock and a hard place, guys. We're just forming this little 1 minute range here. I really want to break out of this 1 minute range. I want to close a higher high. We want to close a higher high here. We don't just want to get a failed swing high. We want to close a 1 minute candle above the level. Come on, 1 minute. Come on, baby. Come on, Bitcoin. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Oh, no. Come on. No. No. That's not what we want to see. That's looking weak, man. All right, here we go, baby. How's the 5 second looking? Man, the 5 seconds looking like she wants to come down. I'll be honest with you guys. We need to close that 1 minute candle. Starting to form some bear divs on the 1 minute. That's not what I want to see, baby. Did we close the candle? We closed the candle on the 1 minute. Let's see if we can hold it. All right. Here we go. Is it too much to ask, Bitcoin? Is it too much to ask for a 1.84% move to the upside? Is it too much to ask, Bitcoin, for a 1.8% move to hit our next target, the flopping groper level, aka the next resistance? The next resistance? Come on, Bitcoin. All right, we got it, man. We're doing a $2,000 giveaway today, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. We got Frankie Candles in the chat right now? Someone's talking about Frankie Candles. Let's see if we got any super chats in here. All right. Real quick. Win Chicken Stream. Shout out to Flate for the super chat. Shout out to Doth for the super chat. Shout out to BK. Did I see the flopping roper cup and handle concept? I did not. All right, I'll have to check that out. All right, here we go, baby. Here we go, Bitcoin. Here we go. That's what we want to see. A sign of strength. Bitcoin in the gym. Chest and arms only. In the squat rack. Curls in the squat rack. Push-ups in the squat rack, baby. Cable flies in the squat rack. Let's go. Let's go. Man, I wish my voice was in line with the dang stream because I just want to sing the pump song so bad. I think I'm going to have to do it anyway. All right, we're going to have to do the pump song even with bad audio. All right? Here we go, baby. We're about to pump Bitcoin straight to 100K. Audio's off sync with the music, but we gotta do it, alright? We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump, baby. Let's do it. Let's hit our take profit right now. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. We're gonna dump, now we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, now we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, now we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. Yeah. Don't give me a purple candle right now, Bitcoin. Come on. Let's pump. Man, as soon as I start, we start dumping. What is this? Oh my goodness, massive decrease of OI. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, yeah we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. Yeah. All right, as soon as we started, man, we got some purples. Here's the thing, man. We gotta pump. We need some strength in here. Come on, Bitcoin. Chest and arms in the squat rack, baby. Push-ups and bicep curls in the squat rack. Straight to 100K. Come on. All right, we got the Pikachu hat. We got the plunger. We're here for business, baby. Massive decrease of open interest. All right, all the FOMO longs are out of the game now, so now we're kind of flushed out. Let's see what happens here. All right, a 1.8%, that's what we need, baby. Let's go. Let's go. We're gonna dump, then we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, then we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, then we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. We're gonna dump, then we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, then we're gonna die. We're gonna dump, then we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. Yeah. We're pumping Bitcoin, baby. Yeah, we're pumping Bitcoin, baby. Yeah, we're pumping Bitcoin, baby. Yeah, we're pumping Bitcoin. Now we're gonna dump. Now we're gonna pump. Are we gonna dump? Maybe. Maybe we do dump, guys. I don't know. But sometimes it does have a delayed effect. All right. I don't want to lose this level. If we lose this level, I stop. Oh no. If we close the 1 minute candle below this level. Oh. Massive decrease of open interest here, y'all. We're gonna pump the Bitcoin straight to 100K. Let me see, I'm gonna go. All right. Well, look, guys. I don't know if we're gonna dump or pump, but that is not very bullish. All right, so I've taken profits here. I have still, obviously, of course, with the trade open, stop loss and entry, guaranteed a $15,000, guaranteed an $18,000 profit on these zones, no matter what, guys. All right, so I'll take it. Not bad for a day's work, baby. You know what I mean? All right, let's fix the audio. Let's fix the audio. Let's fix the audio. Let's fix the audio. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Wow. Wow. All right. Look, we might still hit our target. I don't know. If we start to lose now this low, that's going to be bearish. As long as we don't lose this low, we're still in bullish market structure. I'm not taking any more profits today, guys. I'm not taking any more profits today. I'm in a $350,000 Bitcoin long. I'm in a $350,000 Bitcoin short. I'm well hedged. I'll call it a day. I've realized $18,000 today. All right, huge shout to the Casper crew. Set up given in advance this morning in the Discord, all right? Shout out to the Casper crew, man. We still might hit our target, but it's better safe than sorry, guys. It's better safe than sorry. All right. All right. Let's see how gold is doing. Same as Bitcoin, guys. Gold getting a little retest. Now we go. All right. Alrighty. We are going to be giving away $2,000 today, guys, so hang tight. Alright, looks like Bitcoin's taking a little bit of a dump here, guys. And look, I'll be honest with you. We can't expect us to go straight up forever. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull our fibs. And let's get a more level-headed analysis now that we've been on, you know, for a while. Look, for me, let's pull the fixed range volume profile. Okay, yeah, so look, as long as we hold this, I'm not closing these trades, alright? We could get a retracement all the way down to here. I might even add, alright? Because now, that's going to be, right? Let's think about it. Market structure, what happened, right? We put our low, alright? Where's my paintbrush tool? Aha, right? We put our low yesterday, right? At a key level, Remember, this is a key level down here. It was the 4-hour level. We got a bounce. All right, we came down CDW. We made a lower low with bullish divergences. Then we made a higher high. Because we made a higher high, we were looking for a long from the retest at the Golden Pocket this morning in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Now we got the higher low, and now we just made a higher high. So even if we get a retracement from here, what do we expect based on the local market structure? Another higher low. And so, because of that, we got the high volume node of the range. We've got the Golden Pocket 786 coming in right around here. All right, so this is going to be key support. Also, value area high of the range coming in right here at about 64.4, right? So 64.4 right now is key support. In fact, I'll bet you that's the 382 fib. Yeah, it's the 382 fib on the dollar. So a lot of good confluences here, a lot of supports below us. So 64.4 is going to be a major area where obviously I want to hold. And then really 63.2, that must hold. If we lose 63.2, I'll probably close out this trade for a pitiful profit compared to what I could have had. But you know what? I don't care because that's how I trade, right? Once I make money, then I get greedy. Once you've made your money, then you can get greedy as you want. If you made money, get greedy. If you haven't made money, don't get greedy. If you haven't made money, you should be trying to make money, and then you can get greedy, all right? That's the way to do it, y'all. That's the way to do it, y'all. All right, let's check out some other assets here. All right, DXY. Gold is putting in a higher high. DXY getting a little bit of a bounce. ES, same as Bitcoin. I'd say overall things look kind of strong here, guys. Overall things look kind of strong here, all right? Overall things look kind of strong, all right? All right. So yeah, I'm looking for either this, a bounce from here, or a bounce from here. And look, if we lose this, then I'm expecting us to take out 60K, and I'll be looking for longs from lower. I'll be looking for longs from lower. Alrighty. Alright, shout out to Dave Digital with the wrench, bro. Shout out to Dapper. Shout out to Bullish Vision. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. Shout out to JL. Alright. Alright, guys, what do you say we give away $2,000? Should we give away $2,000? Should we give away $2,000? I'm up 18K. I'm going to be giving away 2K of this for you guys, alright? Shout out to the Casper crew who took the long trade with me, guys. Set up giving in advance. We're about to give away 2K. Wow. Guys, go follow me on Twitter. Go repost the stream, alright? At Jason_Casper. Alright, man. I'll tell you guys, I really wish my voice was on sync with the beat. Because I'm feeling motivated. Alright, you guys, go follow me on Twitter, then we'll do a giveaway, alright? We'll do a giveaway. Alright. I'm gonna have to just go with my heart, guys. Alright. This is a good track. LOL, man. Shout out to Marcus Bam. Alright. Bitcoin is about to pump. Bitcoin is not in a slump. Long in Bitcoin on the hump. That's how we do when we dump. Bitcoin price will go far. If you short, you will get scarred. Bitcoin's about to go high. Got the blue candles up in my eye. Here we go with my man JP and Zoom. Things are looking a little dirty, cause we're outside in the mud. That's how we do it when we're looking for the FUD, man. Things are getting a little bit muddy. Trans non-carbon biomissionary studies. That's what I do when I'm in college. Going really far trying to get that knowledge. Here we go, got the trades getting paid every single day in this Casper crew in space. Here we go with the blue candles pumping really high. Driving to the sky on my eye. Here we go, about to hit our take profit. Next thing you know, man, the price is gonna drop it. Here we go, coming up to resistance. Bitcoin price about to go the big distance. Now we go, got the people in the chat. 300K, what you know about that? Jerome Powell, better get a towel. Sweating flowing out the face, down feels scowl. Cause the price is going down and the price is going up. Over here, man, hope I don't spill my cup. Coffee on the toffee with the Morphe. Look at every day when I'm looking for the coffee. Here we go, technical analysis. Every day, got the paralysis. Can't decide if I want a long or short. Trade the wrong way, then you're about to get hurt. Hope I don't gamble, long and at the top. Bitcoin price is about to hit the spot. Here we go, here's a big candle. Bitcoin pumping, can you get a handle? Here we go with my man Jerome Powell. Every single day giving you that big scowl. Answering questions in the press conference. Bitcoin price about to go the big distance. Here we go, got a blue candle pumping. Purple candles, we about to dump it. Here we go, looking like a nerd. Technical analysis, haven't you heard? Candles blue, maybe candles turning purple. Looking like a man just like Steve Urkel. Here we go, trading up on my cell phone. Every single day, man, I got a phone home. About to give away $2,000. Can you do it? Cause I got a nice collar. Market Cipher shirt, chilling in the dirt. Hope that you don't get hurt. Here we go. Yo, just like Super Mario, going really fast. Got the farm by my scenario. Got the trade going open every single day. Getting paid every single day in my spades. Go downstairs with the cream cheese. Spread at my knees, baby please, baby please. And I'm every day in my car going far on the farm with my man Carl. Yo, shout out to the cars. Here we go. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Bitcoin about to pump. Bitcoin about to dump. Man, in a hump, in a slump. Got the price going over the bump. Alright. Yeah. Maybe someday I'll fix my audio. You know, look at this, putting in a lower high. Price making a lower high. Bitcoin dumping man straight from the sky down to the dirt. Hope you don't get hurt with my chilling out Marcus Cipher shirt. Here we go, got an inverted, maybe regular head and shoulders. Bitcoin dumping just like it's in grinding boulders. Here we go, got a purple candle every single day. Hope you get a handle. Maybe we're coming down to the spotted. Can you see right through the golden pocket? 6 Juanita, she broke my heart every single day when I'm looking at the chart, man. Hey, don't know what I'm saying, don't care, man, cause he trades it, so paying up on the day. 18K, that's how he do. About to do a giveaway. 2 people in the chat, about to get $1,000. What about that, man? Now the beat's over. All right. So guys, we're about to do a giveaway. Here's what I want you to do. All right, here's what I want you to do. I want you guys to spam the chat. All right, spam the chat. And I'm going to pick somebody. I'm going to pick somebody. Basically, whoever is highlighted, all right? Whoever's highlighted when I take a screenshot is the winner, all right? And after you win, I'm going to make you a mod and you post your Tether address. All right, we're going to do 2 winners. All right, we're going to do 2 winners. Yeah, 2 winners. All right, you guys ready? You guys ready? We're going to do 2 winners, all right? Here. We're going to do 2 winners. I'm going to count down from 10. Yeah. Yeah. Yo. All right, you guys ready? Look, 3, 2, 1, boom. All right, here's our winner. All right, our winner is, shout out to my man, NK1. All right, NK1, post something in the chat, my man. Post something in the chat, all right? NK1, shout out to NK1. Shout out to NK1. NK1 in the chat, baby. Let's see. NK1. Where you at, bro? I'm gonna make you a mod, and then after you're a mod, you can post your address. All right? I love this. I love when you guys spam the chat, baby. It's good for the YouTube analytics. All right. NK1, bro. I need to see you in the chat, man. NK1. Where you at? Where you at? NK1. Come on, bro. Come on. We gotta see you in the chat, man. If we can't see you in the chat, we're gonna have to pick another winner. All right, NK. NK, where you at, man? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I don't see you, bro. All right, I don't see NK1 in the chat, guys. Oh, I see you, man. I see you, NK. All right, I'm gonna make you a moderator. All right. Here we go, bro. Post your Tether address. Copy paste that Tether address, baby. Copy paste that Tether address. We need your chat, my friend. All right. Where you at, man? I don't see him. You guys see him? Aha! Oh no, he doesn't know how to share the wallet address. Dang! All right, NK. Well, I'm sorry, bro. We're gonna have to do another giveaway. All right. Sorry, bro. It is what it is, man. All right. All right. Spam the chat, guys. We're about to give away 1,000 USDT. Spam the chat. All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam! All right, huge shout to my man or woman. I don't know. Looks kind of womanish. All right, my woman. GG at KC. GG at KC. Congratulations, GG at KC. GG at KC. GG at KC. Spam the chat. Let me see you, GG at KC. All right, where's GG? GG at KC. We're gonna make you a moderator, and then we're gonna give you 1,000 USDT. All right, where's GG at KC? This is the most unsmooth giveaway we've ever done. This usually works out really well. All right, GG at KC. Shout out to Big Butts 28. Dan O'Brien, man. All right, I got you, Dan O'Brien. All right, Dan O'Brien. Shout out to Dan O'Brien, man. I am gonna send you your money, all right? Now, guys, look, I'm gonna do a $2,000 giveaway, but here's the thing. I don't have time to do 2 giveaways because you guys are slow, man. Come on, man. Make me talk like Joe Biden. Come on, man. I gotta head out soon, so I don't have time to do another giveaway. You guys are so slow. So tomorrow's stream, we're gonna do another $1,000 giveaway, all right? Tomorrow's stream, right off the bat, we're gonna do a giveaway no matter what. All right? So I'm gonna give away $1,000 to my man, Dan. All right? And then I'm gonna give away $1,000 tomorrow. All right, my man Dan just sent you 1,000 USDT. Guys, tomorrow's live stream, make sure to pop in for a chance to win $1,000 right off the bat. All right, huge shout out to our super chats in the house. All right, huge shout out to my man Elijah the Lion Singh. Let's go, Brodies. I just got bars to pick me up. Shout out to All Star Crypto Group and shout out to Paulo S. Make them comment their address. See, here's the thing. YouTube will filter out most addresses, my friend. All-Star Auto Group. That's why I make them post, and then I'll make them a moderator. And once they're a mod, they can post anything they want, all right? All right, how's Bitcoin doing here? She's doing actually pretty good, guys. All right, tomorrow we're going to do another giveaway. We are up right now. We are up $18,000 of realized profit minus a $1,000 giveaway. So we'll say we're up 16K plus 11 plus 7. Well, actually, maybe we could say 12 plus 7. So we're up another 19K unrealized right now. All right. What a day, guys. What a day. All right. Just the top signal on society. When a guy in a Pikachu hat and a plunger on his face makes more money in a day than the people that make this country and this world function. That's a top signal on society. You know, there's no way we're going to get inflation down to 2%. The dollar's either going to hyperinflate or it's going to utterly collapse. Things are not going to get better, guys. They're not going to get better. Which is why, if you're in this crypto game, make sure you take a comprehensive approach to being as self-sufficient as you possibly can, right? Grow your own food, raise your own animals, start your own businesses, find people in your area that are like-minded, start strong communities, get to know people in your area, grow food together, do business together. Screw the New World Order, screw big government, screw all these people who are trying to like hurt the little guy, right? We can play their game, we can trade, we can take their monopoly money that they use to screw most people and we can use it to improve our own communities. All right? And guys, obviously, I don't take myself seriously at all. Okay, I'm on here with a Pikachu hat and a plunger, but for me, the one thing in my life that I take very seriously is my relationship with God and my relationship with Jesus, the Messiah, because it's only through Jesus that you can have eternal purpose in life. Eternal purpose that lasts forever, way more than just this short life that we have here. And so I take comfort in that, and I find hope in the fact that even though man is in a fallen, sinful state, the Creator God took on flesh, and He died to pay for all the bad things that we ever did, and then He rose again, so that now if we repent and believe in Him and trust in Him, He will fill us with His Holy Spirit to fundamentally change who we are, a brand new creation. And then we have the eternal hope of a bodily resurrection, to live in an existence that humanity was created to live in, with an eternal purpose that transcends so much farther than anything we could even possibly imagine or begin to imagine here in this life, man. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna head out. I love you all. God bless you all. Huge shout out to the super chat right now from Jamie. Jamie super chat, who says, what does Jamie say here? Jamie says, man, Bitcoin pumping, baby. Love you, Jay from Australia. Join the Discord, guys. It's definitely worth it. God bless you, Jamie. Bitcoin pumping. All right. I love you guys. God bless all of you. And I will see everybody. Looks like we are going to hit our resistance after all, okay? I FOMO'd out a little too early, but not really. I'm happy with the gains. All right, guys. Peace and God bless.